Alright guys, hello and welcome to the NX show where we talk about video games and other shenanigans here. This week we're talking about E3. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Deering, and alongside me, as always, is that Retro Code, Eddie V.
Yeah. I'm still thinking of that Nintendo Direct in a certain game. My life. Hello, everybody.
Oh man, also joining us is the wise Wisconsinite, Jesse Douglas. Silent wave. And last but surely not least is the streamer's champion, Ray Apollo.
I'm still gonna have to get used to that.
You don't like it? You want me to change it?
Oh no, I like it. I mean, it's just somebody called me a champion. Nobody ever called me a champion.
I can just call you. I don't know.
I mean, I told you you could always call me the king of games.
Look, man.
You know what time it is?
With all the content and the names that I've had to come up with over the years, I'm running out.
No, you're not.
Running out of
not.
steam.
You're just getting started. No fatigue here. No fatigue.
Running out of names. All right. So we're gonna kind of skip what we've been playing. We're gonna skip all this other crap. Housekeeping. Follow us at the NX Show on social media. All that crap. Mario Maker 2 giveaway. Email us your subscription and why you like us and everything. You can email us all 4 subscriptions to Twitch, YouTube, podcast service, and rating/comment on the podcast app of your choice, and you can win Mario Maker 2. We're announcing that the Saturday after the game comes out. So it comes out on the 28th, I think, and we're going to announce it on the 29th live show. All right, we have a big show. We all compiled a list of our top 10 E3 games, and we would like to share that with you and discuss these games. And since we're starting late, that's why we're skipping everything, because we want to talk about E3. For those of you who slept under a rock this week, the Electronic Entertainment Expo 2019 happened this week.
Yes.
Kind of that started last week, too, with Stadia and the Destiny stuff and EA Play, all that kind of stuff, which we kind of talked about on the last episode. But this week, we're going to talk about our top 10 games of E3. But first, how'd you guys enjoy E3? You guys good? You guys enjoy
I
it?
love it. I think it was one of the best E3s in a long time. I definitely, like, pretty much almost every conference, there's something that everybody could buy and look forward to. And I'm really excited about having that.
Mm-hmm. And I know... And I know Ray didn't enjoy it too much, but the PC gaming show, like I've never watched the PC shows, like any E3 ever, and I'm glad I watched this year because like almost every game was coming to console as well. So
Yes.
it was basically like having another. It's like, hey, Sony's not here this year. Let's show a bunch of games that are coming to console. but yeah, because there's like, I don't know, I think
Ray's face right
games.
now. That needs memed.
Yeah.
If somebody memes Ray's face right now in this stream, I will personally give you a $20 eShop gift card.
Turn his frown upside down though. Make it look like he
face.
was smiling when I said that.
Face.
You kind of have this like, oh, I'm glad at least 2 people joined the PC Gaming Show, and then you said, oh, well, Sony wasn't here, so PC Gaming Show. No, wow, no, no. E3 this year was fun. Like I love E3. E3 is my Christmas, straight up. I love it. It's a great time of year that I get to just enjoy the stuff that I love, and there's new stuff coming, and I get to see it early, technically. But this year. It was good, but it wasn't as good as it's been previously.
I agree with
this
you.
is the first time I felt this way. That's not a bad thing, because change is inevitably going to like cause some things to be and feel a little weird with Sony not being at the show. But I felt like the show just tried to charge on as it usually does without Sony being there. But I don't think that it needed to adapt itself. It needed to change something. It needed to add something else.
Yeah, that plus like the fact that I think a lot of these companies are kind of in their development cycle for next gen already.
Exactly.
And
this is what we call a transition year.
You see a lot of sequels, a lot of like games that reuse assets, like, not to pick on Ubisoft or anything, but Ghost Recon, Breakpoint looks like one.
Which is fine. It's just that this is the transition year when we know that, and it's the transition year, and we're at the end of a generation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Next year is the year where everybody's bringing all the new stuff and all the new energy that they have with all the new stuff they got coming out. So I mean, like it wasn't a bad year by any means, but we've had some years recently that just were better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I would agree.
Had fun.
Yeah, and I would agree with that. Like, there is a lot of games. Like, I feel like there was a lot of games I was interested in this year more than previous years, but at the same time, it had its moments that were fun and made it, interesting. But other than like, maybe the showing of like the new Zelda game or like just them teasing it, which I figured that game was going to be coming anyways. I kind of like I had predicted that we would see a flash of the title after like them showing Zelda Link Awake
Link's Awakening.
Yeah, Link's Awakening. I figured we'd get it after that, like just a quick flash of it, but I didn't predict it would happen at the end of the show, which I probably should have.
Well, but I kind of somewhat disagree with everybody. I think the reason why I find like this is kind of one of the best ones is that we had less predictions about it. Everything, most of the stuff that they showcased wowed us, where we weren't even talking about Sony. Sony just didn't even come in the conversations. You can watch all our chats here on Code NX. We barely talked anything about Sony.
Because they weren't there.
I mean, they weren't there.
That's why you weren't talking about them.
Right, but they weren't there. But we weren't in the midst of saying that, oh, this conference or this was so bad that I wish Sony was here. We didn't incorporate
I don't think that was the case. Like, I feel like if you're doing that, like, why are you what? Like, there's no point. They weren't there.
Well, and Phil Spencer said right out that it would have been better if Sony is there. He said that right out.
It does. It breeds competition.
Yeah. I think at this point in time, I think Sony being there, they would have added nothing because I don't think at this point.
Well, I think that's why they didn't.
That's why they weren't there.
We're going to get into our list of games, but I feel like Sony wouldn't had anything to add by showing us more trailers, since that was kind of one of the complaints about some of this E3. That most of the stuff, not only coming in 2020, is that most of the stuff that was shown that wowed us were all trailers. It's besides Nintendo showing a lot of gameplay. Everybody was still complaining about that. So if that's to me personally, that's the only thing that would probably need to change about E3 is people showing more gameplay instead of trailers.
Yeah, I would have liked to seen a lot more gameplay too. But at the same time, it's like we kind of discussed at the top of the show, is like it's a transition year. A lot of people are like, I think a lot of people that are putting out sequels to games think what to expect from that series or that game, and like there's so many live streams and everything too now for those audiences that people who want to see Ghost Recon can tune into a Ubisoft live stream or the new Rainbow Six operators you can tune into a live stream, or even the new Call of Duty, like you can just tune into a live stream to see what new multiplayer stuff they're adding, or what I mean, like there's that kind of thing too, where E3 is in a strange spot right now, but like I said, it was still exciting to see. I don't think it was as good as last year. There was a couple exceptions. I think Nintendo had a great show this year. Showing
Nintendo nailed it this year, much better than last year.
Yeah, no half hour of Smash patch notes or anything. I think Xbox had a pretty stellar show. There was a couple disappointing things. Like I would have loved to see more Gears gameplay, because I think
seriously,
because Jesse, you and I have had that conversation where like we just played through Gears 4, and I feel like Gears feels a little dated compared to The Division and a couple of these major third-person shooters that are out there in terms of mechanics. And like, I would have loved to see if they changed anything since then. But
but I understand why they did what they did, and I mean that's because I've listened to interviews with them like prior to the show. Is like they want to spend a lot of time showing us all the different things, but they just didn't have the time to do that at E3. And I think that was the problem, is like is they like a lot of these people just they didn't show anything because they didn't feel it was ready yet to show something.
Yeah.
Which like you can't really blame them for that if it's not gonna really sell the game, then it's not gonna pay to show it. If it's not ready yet.
So I kind of agree, kind of disagree with that. Just real quick, yes, some of them they didn't want to show it, but in years past that never mattered. If they had enough ready that they were willing to show it, they wanted to show it. Now I feel like we're in this space where they want to dedicate individual time to something. So we didn't see Gears 3 because what they say, they're going to have a live stream and an event specifically for Gears at a different date. They don't want to share the space with anything else.
Yeah.
More and more now we're seeing that because they don't want to share the space.
That escape mode sounds cool.
And I think that's the thing that's kind of disappointing. Due to the fact that like when you get done seeing an E3 showcase, you want to respond to what you've seen and how the gameplay is, so you can react to it and give that content and opinion to your viewers. You want to see that. When you don't get that much information, it's kind of hard to have an opinion of if you're looking forward to it or not. You can make a suggestion because it might reach some things that you kind of like that you've seen about it. But people sometimes like, I want to know a little bit more in depth, because at this point in time, trailers are not kind of beneficial in a way when you get stuff like Anthem and Fallout 76, that when they get ready to release, because people don't know more information about it, that actual release of that product is a kind of a letdown.
But then like the gameplay they did show, let's take Star Wars for example. The gameplay they did show was like, it looked super linear, like almost like something you would expect out of a Star Wars game, and then you turn around in the interviews and they're like, it's heavily inspired by Metroid Prime and Dark Souls, which have these huge interconnected worlds, and you need specific tools to go back and open up certain areas of the levels.
But we didn't see any of that.
No, we didn't. Like that's the thing too, is like, how do you convey that message that they said in the interview in a 3 to 8 minute gameplay chunk? You really can't. So like, yeah, we kind of got some of that, but then like it's also can also be misleading in a way. So maybe that's why a lot of these games showed trailers, but
which I understand, like, because I mean we've all confirmed that more is more when it comes to E3, and I think Sony started to get that right before everybody else. Is like, oh, okay, well they want to see games, so they started piling in as many games as they could. They just threw them in there, and Microsoft tried to do that. It's just that then they didn't mix it up enough with enough gameplay, like Sony is really good at doing. I would tell people now that Sony, when it comes to the show, has been doing the best the past 3 years. The shows were the best.
I have to disagree.
I think Sony's show last year was pretty poor.
Oh, it was weird because they did something different. They did something real different.
Yeah, I think in concept, like
exactly.
In concept, it was cool, but in
execution, it was weird. I mean, for us watching, it was very weird. Yeah. I feel like being there would have been a weird experience still, but it would have been an experience. So I feel like when it comes to putting on a show, they were the ones who were mixing it up enough that it was interesting to look at.
I think
but my favorite.
I think the year they revealed God of War opening with the orchestra was a great year for them.
Phenomenal. But I mean, like, overall, my favorite has been Nintendo because the directs are polished and they're great. Yeah. Except when they spend 20 minutes on Smash Patch.
Which they didn't do which they didn't do that to any of the games this year. I think the longest they spent was on Animal Crossing, and I think that was like 6 minutes. I think they showed gameplay.
They had to do that.
I know.
And I think we've known Nintendo for the Nintendo Directs because we've been getting them throughout the past year, even before E3. And some of them been good, some of them been okay, but we have been enjoying what they kind of released. I think Microsoft has been having a better show than Sony because show versus direct is going to probably be a discussion that we might have to have in the future when we talk about a show. And then we talk about a direct style. Yeah. I think that'd be an interesting conversation to have. But guys, we have a list to get to.
We do. One question before we get started though. I've heard some people say that Nintendo had the worst conference. Does anybody think that? Just
No.
I just want to
No
talk
names.
to them. Let me
No
know.
names.
No names?
No
No, I just want
names.
to talk.
no names.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
But
If you look at the
Okay.
reactions of some of the games that they show for
now, to be fair,
Nintendo,
these people aren't exactly Nintendo fans. But
I mean, you don't even have to be. Well, whatever. Nintendo had the best show. Nintendo had the best show at E3. The best show.
right? Breath of the Wild is still trending right now.
Not even just because of Breath of the Wild. They had the best show
Oh yeah,
of all of E3.
yeah. They came up with the surprises, and that's why I feel like Nintendo's whole E3 Direct, no one would have even guessed of the stuff that they were showing.
So I guess I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised that people are like, "Oh, Nintendo had the worst show." People love to hate on Nintendo. They love to hate on Nintendo
Yeah.
because their games don't look the same as everybody else's games.
well,
They don't.
I mean, there's a couple games in there that are on other systems that probably won't look the same either. So
Oh no, it looks like absolute booty cakes. I know you're talking about Witcher 3. I see you.
and you better believe I'm going to be buying it.
But
Oh my God.
But like I said, like I was telling them, Ray, I was just like, I think it's good that CD Projekt Red is doing it because I think Nintendo fans are willing to show support to them. That
I'm
to
glad
have
they're trying.
like,
Let's put it that way. Yeah.
This might be this is going to be the first case that proves it either way that everything can run on Switch. Let's just put it that way.
Just
if it
because
runs
can
well-
doesn't mean it should.
No, if it runs well,
but you
well, then okay, let's try other things. If it doesn't run well, maybe companies should start reassessing what they should and shouldn't put on Switch. That's my point. So
I can see
I feel cause I just feel like CD Projekt Red could make something for a Switch exclusive. They don't have to have anything big and grand like Cyberpunk or Witcher 3. They might be able to be able to make some content for Switch exclusively to them that I think people will definitely enjoy and see another side of CD Projekt Red. And I just think that Witcher 3 is a good jump off to see if the support is there.
Yeah, I would like to see them do like, you know, something more in like an artistic style, like graphics, like, you know, something similar to, you know, like an open world type game, but like, you know, do something unique with like a unique look, you know, more artistic, like. Yeah, I don't know. There was definitely like in some of the other shows they showed some Switch games that I'm really interested in, like at the Kind of Funny Games show. They showed some stuff that I really liked.
which that show was much better than the PC gaming show.
speaking of games we're excited for, yeah. All right, so basically what we're gonna do, we're gonna throw out some honorable mentions and then just to get them out there, and then we are going to get into our top 10 games we are excited for and the probability of what system we're gonna get them on. So I guess I'll start since I'm gonna start. I have a few honorable mentions, and some of these date back to last week. We're just gonna throw that out there. Last week. I'm interested in The Witcher 3 on Switch and how it's gonna look and run. And
but you know how it's gonna look and run.
Shh, I do not know that yet.
Yes, we do.
Please, Sir Apollo, hold your opinions after.
Oh no, that's just a fact. Sorry.
Stadia has become more and more interesting to me over the last few weeks, months, whatever, more weeks than months. Surprising to me, because everybody knows how I feel about this original game. The Final Fantasy VII Remake is now on my list.
As it should be.
The stuff they showed for Pokemon, and the last thing on my honorable mentions list is finally getting xCloud kind of discussion.
Kind of discussion.
So, yeah, kind of discussion. That's what I said. That my Xbox One X is going to be a server for my...
Mine too, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Nice. Also, by the way, anybody out there who is looking to... who has Game Pass or Xbox Live, and you want that Xbox Live Ultimate, it's the first month is $1 if you're not signed up, or for that $1, you can upgrade the remaining subscription of your Xbox Live Gold or Game Pass, and they'll merge it together for $1, and it'll upgrade the rest of your subscription to Game Pass for $1.
I should do this.
I just did it yesterday, so.
Nice.
Actually,
I might have to do that.
Actually, my cousin told me that yesterday. He's like, as long as you have some sort of subscription to Game Pass and your Xbox Live Gold account, whatever subscription is left, like for me, I don't have to pay anything until February of 2021.
Nice.
So
Nice.
for $1. So, but that's because I already paid for 2 years of Xbox Live, and you know, so. Anyways, who else got honorable mentions?
I do.
I do as well.
Fine, Ed, you can go next.
I raised my hand.
Okay. So I have.
All right, Jesse, we're moving on. What are your honorable? I'm just kidding.
Shay.
The mighty oak cast the machine.
Right. So my honorable top 10 started with 10: Midnight Ghost Hunt, Forza Horizon Lego Expansion, Contra Road Corps, Star Wars Fallen Order.
I'm sorry, I just.
Ghost House of Mana, Panzer Dragoon, and then Halo Infinite.
Nice.
Our honorable mentions. Jesse, Midnight Ghost Hunt do touch Xbox because they didn't say it was yet. If it touches Xbox One, I am going to get it there. I want to play the game now. That was so fun.
Yeah, that game looks so fun.
Halo Infinite, I just need to see more of. Gods and Monsters, I need to see more of. Breakpoint, I made the decision I'm going to get it, but it's like a lot of my honorable mentions I just need to see more of. But I am interested. I am going to get the Lego expansion once it comes. It's out now, I think.
Yeah, I think it came out this week.
Yeah, it's already out.
Yeah.
Is it a paid expansion or is it free if you have Game Pass?
I think it's a paid.
Okay.
I'm not sure though.
I mean, it should be.
And congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Microsoft. They hit 10 million players for Forza Horizon 4. So shout out to them for that.
Oh, it's a good game. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
It sounds so
It's
good.
amazing.
Jesse, what are your few honorable mentions?
For me, Flight Simulator. I was super excited for that to be coming to console. Like,
is it coming to console? Did they confirm that?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's for both. It's going to be for console and what's awesome is apparently it uses live satellite stream for the like ground beneath you. So like it's using real time like visuals of the like from the satellites. Like so like you'll see like cars driving and stuff like on the ground and all that like in real time. So that's pretty cool. Like it's just
Will I be
neat
able to crash the planes into the cars?
Oh no.
No.
Hurry.
Will I be able to?
Of course,
do
everybody's
barrel
gonna
rolls?
do it. Everybody's gonna do that on stream.
Barrel roll.
Can I fly
Yeah.
jets? Because I only want to fly jets in a flight simulator.
Will I be able to go to space?
Exactly. Can I fly a
guess-
space shuttle? I want to do cool stuff.
the-
Regular planes are boring.
Will there be
Can I
little
fly the-
aliens I can send
Don't
to
let
the
my.
moon?
I hope my wife didn't hear me say that. Not like big planes. You know.
Will there
small
be
planes are
little
cool.
aliens I can send to the moon and watch them scream as their rocket ship blows up?
Can I fly the flying car from Harry Potter?
Yes, please. Yes.
Probably if you play on PC, there'll be a mod for that.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be.
Can I
They
fly
have a mod
Thomas the
for
Tank Engine?
everything.
Oh no.
No, but you can drive the planes that have the faces.
Oh, wow.
What is his name? JJ the jet plane? Whatever. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either. But
What else you got,
Alright.
Jesse?
all right, so that Blair Witch, I'm really excited for that. I thought it was Alan Wake at first.
Did anybody
Yeah,
else think it was
same
a
here.
Silent Hill game because Konami said they were
Yeah.
announcing stuff at E3?
Yeah, I like, and like I need to see a little bit more of it because obviously it could be just a really, really janky, IP game, based off of a movie. But I'm hoping that it will at least be as good as like like a lot of people play those. Is it the Friday the 13th games and stuff like that? As long as it's like enjoyable and fun. I don't even care if it does have a little bit of jank to it, as long as it's like actually fun and like does what it's trying to do. Be scary and kind of give you like a whole story thing. It looks really interesting. It does like remind me a lot of Alan Wake, and Alan Wake is still one of my all-time favorite story driven games that I've played. So I'm looking forward to that some more, and hopefully that ends up being decent. So let's see some other ones. There's the Circuit Superstars looked good. That was at the Square Enix show, and that was like almost like a modern day RC Pro-Am type racing game.
Yeah.
Where
like
I love RC Pro-Am. Like that was one of my favorite games on Nintendo growing
that's from
up.
that team in Mexico, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe so. Yeah. And yeah, it just looks really fun. Like the art style and everything looks cool. It just looks like it's going to be a really good like what are those considered, like an arcade racer or something like that?
Yeah.
Is that basically what it would be?
I call it an arcade racer. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was one I was looking forward to. And then I mean there's so many games, like the Maneater, that shark game looked hilarious.
Yes. Oh, that game looked good last year too.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, but the last one is the one that I had mentioned earlier, that there was some really good games coming on Switch. Police Stories. That game looks awesome. It's like if you were to take Siege and do it in the style of like the old school Grand Theft Auto games. So like it's top, like a above view.
Sounds like team-based Hotline Miami almost.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah. Basically.
I know they talked about it before, but I just didn't see it at E3 this year.
Like it was just kind of cool because I don't know, just the way that they did it. It kind of like a lot like Siege. It was like it did something that's kind of already been done, but it's unique enough to kind of set it, like make it stand out. So I think I'm probably definitely that's going to be a must buy for me, because it's just like I haven't played that style of game in a long time, or like at least been interested in a game of that style in a long time. So yeah, so those are basically my honorable mentions.
All right.
Nice. Ray, you're last. What are your
Thanks.
honorable mentions?
Save the best for last.
Oh, jeez, yeah, whatever. I have 7. I mean, this list could have been a lot longer. There were so many things that I really liked that I saw, and I was like, but these are the ones actually, like, I took some notes as we were going, like, as I was watching them. So the ones I wrote down were the ones I really wanted to remember. So the first one I wrote down was Spiritfarer. We saw that at the Microsoft show. This one here,
that was good.
I can't really read my writing, but I think it says Warborn. I'm not sure. I need to relook that one up. But Warborn, Foregone. Most of these other ones came from the Kind of Funny showcase.
Yeah.
This other one. These two are big. Outer Worlds and Final Fantasy VII. I really wanted to see those. Songs of Conquest looked really cool, and Castle Storm 2. Oh, then I guess a little small shout out to Gods and Monsters. Didn't see enough of that game. Like even the concept, like I didn't even. Was there like an official trailer? Because it really just looked like a concept image.
Yeah, there's a trailer out there. There's also a 20-minute gameplay demo out there somewhere.
Oh, is there? I'm gonna have to find
I don't know
that
if
and
it's
look it up.
live yet, but I know they're putting out what they showed people behind closed doors at some point.
I would like to see it.
People are describing it pretty much Breath of the Wild meets Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Interesting, because Assassin's Creed Odyssey was already that.
Yeah, I know. So,
Yeah, pretty much.
so
Actually, Actually, there's one more I wanted to add. The Solar Ash Kingdom, like that one looked really good.
Oh, that's the
so
that's
it's the
follow-up to
Hyperlight.
Hyperlight.
Yeah, it's Hyperlight Drifter, but in 3D, a 3D world basically.
Was that
Like what they
kind
did
of
with
funny?
Direct 2.
That was at yeah, I think it was at the I think it was the Kind of Funny.
Funny.
Hold on a second.
Okay. Yeah.
No, actually it was at the PC show.
Yes.
Okay,
This is the Hyperlight Drifter Studio.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's basically like Hyperlight Drifter, but it's going to be in 3D, a 3D world.
Okay.
And you're playing as a female protagonist or a female character instead of a. And like people think that it actually is literally a sequel to Hyperlight Drifter.
Hyperlight.
It could
Yeah.
be because
But
that world
I-
had a lot of weird lore, so it could be.
Yeah. So it looks amazing though.
I have
It
to-
looks
I have to
seriously
look-
amazing.
I
I have
also
to
forgot
I
to
had
mention
to
too.
rewatch it to see how.
What'd you forget?
I forgot Ukulele and the Impossible Lair. And
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know what's up. I don't know what is wrong with me. I couldn't get into ukulele. I couldn't. I don't know what it is.
and the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance Tactics.
Yeah. Yeah, that looked interesting.
It's gonna be
That one was the only game that was a big yikes for me from the Nintendo show.
it's probably not gonna be good, but I
It's-
like the Dark Crystal, so I'm gonna try it
Yeah.
out.
It's
I didn't
it's
know
a
what
way
Dark
to
Crystal was until E3.
yeah, it's a way to see for me. So
Ray, that makes me really sad. Please watch the Dark Crystal.
I refuse. I looked it up afterwards and I was like, I'm not watching this.
don't
It's
don't
scary.
worry, Ray. Corey is the last person to be talking about movies that
That's true.
Definitely
that other
not.
people
That's of
haven't
us.
seen.
Doesn't.
That's true. Ray, if you name a movie, I probably haven't seen it, so
Listen, I don't watch very many movies either, but it sounds like I've seen more than you, so I'm okay.
you probably have.
wow.
It's fine. Dude, the list is. I think on one of our older shows, we went through a list of like 20 movies, and I think I saw like one.
Oh man.
So
Wow.
yeah. Anyways, okay, so we're gonna get into our top 10 list here. Basically, if anybody has the game on their list, they're just gonna say, "Hey, I have this at number or whatever," and then we will move
Okay.
along. So,
Okay.
yeah. So I guess I'll start.
Go
Since
for
I
it.
started
Okay.
the last time. My number 10. I'm cheating a little bit because there's actually two. 10A and 10B. I couldn't decide which one I was more
Already.
excited for.
Already. Okay.
Doom Eternal and Wolfenstein Youngblood. Pretty excited for both of those games. I think the traversal in Doom looks really cool. I didn't know they could add cooler things to Doom, and then they added
And they did.
They added a little War Machine shoulder cannon
Yes.
Yeah.
and grappling hook, and a couple other things that made that game look a little bit better than Doom 2016, which was
Yeah.
already amazing. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
I had Doom as my number 7, so
cool.
Yeah, I don't have it on my list
Doom
because
was
I was
also
already,
not on my list.
Yeah.
It was full. Sorry, Doom. You're like maybe number 12.
well, because I know for me, I'm buying it on one and on Switch. And then Youngbloods, I'm doing Switch and PS4 because I have the series on those particular systems. So
Also, Youngblood. I think the deluxe edition comes with like a buddy pass, and I want to play through it with someone. So, Jesse, it's probably gonna be you because we kind of talked about that
Yeah.
when we were talking about it. So,
yeah. Yeah.
sorry, Ray.
Definitely
This was
have to
before you were here. We were talking about it.
Fine.
You can play with Ed.
Fine. I'll play with Ed. Yeah.
yes, sorry, you froze.
Oh, we were just saying.
I'm gonna play with you, Ray.
Yeah. See.
Good. See, we'll go start our own team.
I
Yeah.
can see the comments now.
Let's kill these demons.
Yeah.
That's my number 10. I think Doom is going to be really great. I hope this is building on what made 2016 really great, and
Yeah.
so anyways,
That's the way it looks. So, yay.
yay,
Yeah.
murder demons, yay, murder Nazis, yay.
All right, who's next?
I guess we'll just go to Ed since we'll just keep the order. Sorry, Ray,
Yeah.
you're going last.
Fine.
Every time.
Okay. So my number 8. This is a game that they showed at the PC conference. Very artistic, kind of an adventure game. It looks really good with a lot of deep purples and blacks, and it's just like they have right now a game called Blip Blop for Android and iOS that people could play. I think it's for free.
Worst game
What game
ever.
is this? Wait, what game is this?
Blip Blop is
Mosaic.
terrible.
Oh, Blip Blop? It's alright. On Switch, I'm playing a game called
Of
Ding
course,
Dong,
I
so-
downloaded Blip Blop. It is the worst thing ever. It's
Okay. Because I know it looked like it's just a counter thing that's just continuing
It
to
is.
go.
It's just a counter. You push the screen, and every time you push the screen, you get a point.
Okay.
That's the game.
Yeah, it looks. I mean, and plus, I've said that I was kind of interested in Mosaic, and my stuff got published. My tweet got shown in the PC Gaming Show, so I was like, oh, that's cool, yay, nice. But yeah,
I wonder why it
Mosaic
was
looks
high on
really
his
good.
list.
Yeah, I really like the thing that grabbed me was the art style, and I'm like, this is really cool. I'm digging this. But I think it's only for PC. It's not coming to consoles yet. But just the look of it, I was just like, this is something that I'm interested in and want to know more. That I'm really ready to play. So yeah, Mosaic is number 10 for me.
Nice. Jesse, what's your number 10?
Mine is Watch Dogs Legends. So
Legends.
Legion. Yeah.
or Legion, sorry.
I was like, what is this? Is this
That
like
would have
a
also
name?
been a good name. That also
Yeah.
would have been a good name.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because I want to say Legends because it's like you can pick all different people, but yeah, it's Legions. Yeah. So like, I've always been a big fan of the Watch Dogs series, even the first one. Like, I know a lot of people didn't really care for that one as much, but
was not
like.
good.
Well, but the same goes for like the very first Saints Row game. I feel like almost no one played that one because it
Trying
was
to
so
do something,
boring.
wasn't it? Yeah,
It's boring and
they didn't find
basic.
their identity until the second one.
Yeah,
Oops, same
yeah.
thing happened with Watch Dogs.
And
You're right.
yeah, and that's why like I never criticized the first game like heavily, just because I know that it's going to usually take time, and the second game is where they'll most likely find themselves, and if they don't by then they're probably not going to,
I can
or
respect
it's
that.
or it's just not going to be. It's just going to be too late for me, and I'll have already kind of
Mhm.
forgot about
Ripped
it.
off. Yeah,
But so yeah, like the first one for me did what it did, and it was good enough for me. I enjoyed, the story, but like I really like the idea in this one of how you're going to kind of be able to recruit all different people to kind of, almost it's similar in some ways to like Crackdown in those, like where you find different agents and then that unlocks more characters for you to play as. But I like the whole idea of how they're gonna have it where like certain characters will have certain stats or different abilities that they'll do better than others and stuff like that. So like for me, I'm really looking forward to it. And I as like making this list, I really had a hard time trying to decide because there was just so many games that I wanted on the list. But I'm like,
That was the hard, and that's why I feel like this was the best E3 because like just the list of games that was shown all around, you want to include like almost everything.
Well,
Yeah.
like honestly, like I wanted to put the new Zelda on here, but I'm like, I really didn't see anything. So, can I?
Did you need to see anything though to be excited for it?
Yeah, because I mean, basically,
Well,
I built
I'm-
this list
I'm
based on what
excited
made me
for
the
it,
most
but it's
excited,
just-
not what I saw or like what made me the most excited. That's what I put on this
Yeah.
list.
But but Jesse, I understand. It's something that personally speaks to you.
It's
That
alright,
made-
but
Yeah,
Jesse,
exactly.
it's also okay to be wrong to not add Zelda to your list.
Because I probably
We're all
know
wrong,
one
so-
game.
Well,
that-
you know what? I knew you would. I knew you guys probably would. So I figured, I don't need to put it on my list. Someone
They've got
else
it
will have
covered.
it.
And Jesse, I probably know one game that is on your
Play
list.
the long game.
I probably know one game that's on your list that I won't say it, but I'll be shocked if it's not on it.
Oh no, it is.
Because I'm thinking
You
I'm
had
gonna
it on
pick.
yours.
Yeah, because I think I'm going to end up picking it. picking it up later when I see more. But that game didn't make my list. But we'll go on. Ray,
Okay.
did you have anything?
So number 10 for me, Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
I got so excited when I saw it because I'm like, please, Microsoft, just show me something from Halo, please, just anything. And they showed us the crispiest in-game trailer I've seen in a minute. It was it looks so good. Chief,
how good did Chief look? How good
Chief
did that
looks
Chief model
so
look?
good.
Definitely
Yeah.
going back to like Halo 2 vibes is what it was.
100%. The armor actually looks like armor again.
Yeah.
I think
God,
it was
looks
missing
so good.
some lighting to it. Like
I
there was
feel
some
like-
lighting detail.
I
A
don't
little
know.
bit.
I feel like it looks so good that it's like it didn't need extra light because it just you were looking at a set of armor.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, to be
it's
fair, they have a year and a half to play with this engine still too. you
Yeah.
know?
Exactly.
It-
It's a brand new engine, and it's on a whole that they've basically built to take advantage of this whole new next box, whatever it's gonna
I
be.
really hope that all the rumors are kind of true. Where like, you know, you get to explore this massive Halo ring, and you get to tackle everything how you want, where you like how
that
you
would
want
be
with a team.
Perfect.
Like, I'm really just getting excited for this.
We were speculating that last time, well, the first time that they showed it, like being on this world. So we was thinking
That's
that
true.
you could do something like that. Like, don't get me wrong, Master Chief looks good. I just can't wait to see more because I think by next E3 they're gonna go all out and it's gonna be like,
You know, I felt like
good
I
night.
felt that exact same way about everything, Ed. I just want to see more. I felt that way about everything.
next
in
year.
this year.
Next year we'll probably have a lot especially for Xbox Scarlet. Like they're gonna because I think probably what they'll do some sort of inside Xbox or XO 20 or whatever next year before
Yeah,
E3.
I think, yes. So
And
that we will
yes,
know about the
they will
console.
reveal
We'll
the
have all the
box.
information. Yep. Mhm.
They will.
Yeah.
I mean, they confirmed that all your controllers and all your accessories will move forward.
Which is something that I predicted that, and I'm so glad that's true.
I'm glad too
Me and
because
Jesse-
just think how many people, like especially with the Xbox Design Lab, like how many people have designed controllers for themselves and like
I get to keep my Elite controller and use
And
those again. This
Jesse-
is my favorite controller. I love it, and I'm
And-
so happy.
And me and Jesse was talking about that, about
Yeah.
bringing the Xbox One controllers to Scarlet. Like, on how much not only would it save people money, but yeah, just like you, Ray, having that Elite. And Corey, like people designing it. Like, that's a lot of investment in hardware that people have had. And to carry that over, like, that's good.
Yeah,
so
and,
good on Microsoft.
that's kind of what I said is I think that was the main reason that they like with the whole creating labs thing. I think when they created that, they had that in mind that moving forward those were going to be used with the next consoles because they know that they're making a lot of money off of those design things and we've gotten to a point where, ultimately all the Xbox is going to be it's going to be like an Xbox One, but it's just going to have better hardware in it. It's like it essentially is going to be the same thing, just more powerful, just like you would
it's going to be
with
the
a
Xbox
PC
One
where
X.
you put
X.
yeah
Oh,
X
no.
squared.
X yeah.
I
Sketchy territory. Oh boy.
And
the only thing for Scarlet though is like I really hope they change up that UI, like the dashboard and
Well,
everything.
All three
I
of these companies
guarantee
do that.
you they will.
All of them.
I guarantee they will.
I hope it's more like the 360, like that final 360
You
dashboard.
want them blades to come back, Corey?
No, the final
I'm messing
360
with you.
one.
Yeah, the last one was good.
I
You're
mean,
right.
if you want to bring back the blades,
No, please don't bring back the blades by any means. No, don't do that. Please don't. God, please. No.
I
Corey,
think,
what's
I
your
think-
number 9?
Oh, I was
And
before-
Halo, and I had Halo as number 4 as well. So
Yeah, Halo.
Okay.
Halo looks awesome. I can't wait. I want to know how you're going to be able to take your customized Spartan into that too, because like
Yes.
so. But Ed's trying to move us forward here. Look at this guy.
yeah, he's got to go to work.
I know he does. I know he does. I'm sorry. My number 9 is Cyberpunk. A game that I don't know if I was excited for it or not. But really, why it stood out. This E3 was, I mean, the Keanu Reeves reveal was pretty much the only reason why it's on my list, to be honest with you.
It did. That Keanu Reeves didn't do anything for me. I think Jesse,
Ed doesn't like
kind
Keanu
of.
Reeves. Ed doesn't like Joy.
I love Keanu Reeves is living his life, and I'm all for it, 100%. I think it's because like Jesse's getting it, I'm getting it, and I was just like, you know what? Talking to you, Jesse, about the game, I'm just like, dang it, now I got to get this game. So
Ed hates Joy.
I love Joy. I'm a Nintendo
This
fan.
Joy is just a different flavor. That's all.
Yeah. It's like,
I mean, it's like mint chocolate chip, but yeah, it's a different flavor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I had
Wow.
Cyberpunk as number 6 on mine.
I had Cyberpunk as number 7 on mine.
It's not on my list.
So I mean, Cyberpunk, it looks cool. I just, that Keanu Reeves reveal and him coming out on stage was pretty cool. It was pretty good.
Yeah,
Especially-
it was definitely a highlight
Especially
of
since
E3.
up to that
Like
point-
everyone talked about it.
Yeah, especially since up to that point, like nothing had really like stood out. Really, like the EA
Really,
stuff.
like nothing.
Yeah. So I mean, that was like the
Yeah.
first major surprise. So like I give that game props for that. So also revealed second most dialogue of any character in the game besides you. So
Yeah, I seen
Oh,
that.
word?
yeah,
Yeah, they reported it today.
What?
yeah, and they I was listening to a podcast just to make this short, and they said that the character Keanu Reeves is playing is actually from the board game, the Cyberpunk 2020 board
That's
game.
awesome.
And
yeah.
he's like the creator of uploading your consciousness to a computer is missing, and he uploaded his consciousness, so like they think he's kind of like a Cortana type figure, where like only you
Oh,
can see him and he can communicate with you, but he's really not
Okay.
there, but he's searching for her in the cyberspace.
Oh, okay.
So
Interesting. Okay, so
Yeah.
God, that game's gonna be so good.
jeez.
Yeah.
Watch Inside Gamer. They did a breakdown of what the story of
I have a lot of stuff
Cyberpunk
to watch.
27.
Ed, what's your number
Yeah.
9?
So my number 9 is Deathlock. This is the 1v1 game from Bethesda. Once again,
mean
Black
Deathloop?
represents
Oh,
Like I
Deathloop.
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 Deathloop. I'm
Deathloop.
sorry, I
And
said
this
that.
is this is also my number 9. How about that?
Yeah, black representation in the industry. Yes. Just seeing it looks really cool. Just like the black girl, the black girl and the guy, killing each other. To gang whatever the story may be.
Do we know what this game is? Like, is
No,
this
we only got a trailer and a proof of concept.
Yeah.
my theory is like they're taking what they learned from Dishonored and that level
Which-
design mixed
So
with
I'm excited about this game because it is my favorite studio. Arcane is one of my favorite studios, and
Next.
I can't wait to see what they do with this.
yeah, and like they're gonna mix that type of level design mixed with the Moon DLC that they did for Prey, that kind of almost procedural generation type stuff, and they're gonna form a story around that, and I think that's a really cool
I
concept
mean,
for a game.
Dishonored had one of the best design levels I think in a video game I played in the last 10 years.
The
With
first
the
one or
Clockwork Mansion, the second one with the Clockwork
The second
Mansion.
Yeah.
I
It
gotta
was
go
back-
so good.
That was the
I got to go back to the second
like in the
one.
trailer when that opening trailer when it just kind of morphed itself into that was
Yeah.
awesome.
It was so cool. I loved it. So if they give me more stuff like that in this game, which I'm hoping for, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
shout out to Target for having me buy the DLC on physical for like $7. Shout out to them.
Oh, the oh, okay, yeah, the standalone.
Yeah. Instead of one.
Yeah. So, Jesse, what's your number 9?
Believe it or not, the first time ever a Minecraft game that I actually looked like I would enjoy. So I picked Minecraft Dungeons. That actually looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I can't really get into the like regular Minecraft. I mean, I haven't really tried very hard to either though. And I didn't ever play the
Telltale game.
the Telltale game either.
Minecraft
Um,
story.
I-
yeah.
If you
Yeah,
don't
I
buy it
heard
now,
it was
you're never
good.
going to.
I was about to say you never will.
Yeah.
Pretty
So,
much.
but this actually looked fun. Like the whole idea of like a Minecraft Diablo game is, pretty interesting, and it looked like it was a lot of fun. It's not like, because like I think what's entertaining to me about it, and like why it fits me better is it's not about like the building and stuff like that. It's just more about the environments and the story. Like you don't actually build really, like buildings or anything like that. Like I'm sure you probably have to craft certain things or whatever, but it's not about like the building stuff. Like all the worlds and everything that you do is already built. So it's not, it's that part of it isn't in there, and that's the kind of the part that doesn't really interest me
the dungeon crawling is what you about.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a fun, game that I could even play maybe with my son Max, and just kind of, something that he can enjoy and that I'll have fun playing as well. So, yeah, it looked really interesting, and there's a lot of buzz about people that are excited for it. So, definitely interested in it and playing a Minecraft game for once.
Nice. And Ray, you said Deathloop was your number 9. Anything else you want to say about that before we moved him?
I mean, I was really surprised to see them do something like an original IP this soon.
Yeah.
Honestly, I remember them talking about how they were shelving Dishonored, so I'm looking forward to see what this actually becomes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, my number 8 is Link's Awakening for Switch. First Zelda game I ever played. First Zelda game I ever fell in love with. First Zelda game I played that I didn't even know dungeons existed because I was just wandering around the overworld cutting down grass and stuff. So
throwing pots and cutting grass and throwing chickens. That's all it did. Yep.
Yep.
I was a dumb kid.
I don't really have anything else to say because we talked about it a lot when it was revealed earlier. Ed, you and I talked about it during a direct, I think.
Yes.
Earlier this year, which you can check out on our YouTube page and soon on our website once I get everything transferred over there. But, I like the art style. The amiibo looks cool.
The amiibo looks perfect.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It looks like they just 3D printed the character model pretty much. And, I think the dungeon builder looks cool. I want to know how robust that is. I didn't really watch any of the Treehouse stuff because of, time limitations. And so I hope that is going to lead to a 2D Zelda maker someday. And then this is just like the test case scenario for that. But I think Link's Awakening.
You might be onto something, Corey. You might be onto something.
I know. This is going to be awesome. But Link's Awakening looks cool, and that's my number 8 game. So, Ed, anybody else have Link's Awakening on their list?
Not me.
It barely missed. It's like a number 11 for me.
No. Okay. Ed, what's your number 8?
Number 8 is Man-Eater. This is the Shark PG. Where you play as a shark and you get to eat people, animals, and your goal is to get this one fisherman. He's an antagonist, but the trailer is so funny. The game looks good. Like you evolve over time and stuff if you eat certain things, and it's just so funny. And plus, seeing that woman in the shark costume, I was cracking up. I was just like, "Oh, she got paid some good money to do this." But yeah, Man-Eater is my number 8.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a great game. Yeah, that was funny. She was the left shark or whatever.
Yeah, PC Gaming Show. Ooh.
I love you, Ray.
Jesse, what's your number 8?
My number 8 is The Outer Worlds. So
yeah.
So like I know it's very 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 similar to the Fallout games. Like it looks like so far, but at the same time,
it's Fallout in space. Yep.
But at the same time, I'm I would say it's like kind of like a mix between Rage and Fallout. Like it's more on the colorful like Rage style like look, but playing like a Fallout game is how I kind of see it. But for me, I've bought like almost every single Fallout game except for 76, and I've wanted to love those games every single time, and every single time that I bought them, I hoped that the gun mechanics were good in it, and it just never was. And so I'm hoping that they finally got a game like that with the
Well,
gun
I feel
mechanics
like
that
the
actually
best gun
work.
mechanics they had in the Fallout was New Vegas, and that was the one they did. So I think you
Yeah.
might be okay.
Well, I still feel like you couldn't like aim down the sights though, like and actually shoot where you would like aiming down sights.
It was like I'm
And
not saying
would
it was.
just
I'm
be
not saying it was
completely
the.
off.
It was the beta. It was the best.
Yeah.
But no, for the series, it was the best.
Yeah. So I'm hoping also as well that it not being in the engine that they use to make those games that it will be better just because of that as well, because I feel like whatever they use for the Fallout games, it just doesn't. I don't know if it's them not doing something correctly. I don't know. It always feels like their games are always so glitchy and buggy, and and it seems like they never fix most of the problems, and I'm just hoping that this is going to give them the chance to make one of those kind of games the way that it should be, So I don't know. I'm really excited because, like I said, like I've wanted so hard, I wanted so badly to enjoy all the Fallout games. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I did for the most part, but there was just a lot of things that were frustrating because it's like, what, you've like done this how many times now and you still can't get this right. Like you still, so it just, yeah, I'm hoping that this is gonna be that type of game, and I'll finally get one that functions properly in all aspects.
Yeah. Ray, what's your number? What number are we on? 8?
Yeah. Oh, Corey, don't be mad. It might be higher, but I told you it's not really in any order, but it's in an order. Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah.
I need this game. I want this game. I have to have this game.
It's my number. It's my number one by far.
I mean,
it's my number one also.
Technically, yeah, it's like it should be. It's just when I made the list, it's just that's where it came out. But like this game, I was actually super surprised.
Yeah, I
that
was
they
too.
Mentioned it, like
Yes.
had no, like they really didn't have to.
Not me.
But they wanted. They wanted to announce it because they knew how much it was. And
I knew we were getting it.
it kind of
knew we were-
feel like they started working on this as soon as they were done with the Champions Ballad DLC.
Yeah, I think
that
part of the
trend
team
too.
started working on it when Breath of the
Well,
Wild released. Probably.
Well, did you see that picture, Ray, that I had posted in our chat?
I did see that.
Okay, so like for anyone that's listening, I'll just kind of give a really quick. So there is a picture someone took during the like before Breath of the Wild came out, like when they were in the process of showing people, and it must have been in Japan because everything was in Japanese and stuff. But they were showing people like concept art and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and someone snapped a picture.
That picture is in
Yeah.
Hyrule Historia,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
by the way.
Okay.
And, is it Hyrule Historia or Arts and Artifacts? I don't remember.
I think
which
it's
book.
Historia. I think it's Historia.
Okay. So yeah, there's a picture of Link, and then it shows him with the prosthetic hand,
Mhm.
and
Punish
each
Link.
and each prosthetic hand has an ability, and so like
The new
I was
trend
like,
in video
well-
games, prosthetic hands.
well, I was like, well, what if, because like during the little trailer that we got for this new Zelda, like that energy stuff like starts attacking his hand, and then it grabs his hand and then it cuts away. So like I was thinking, what if during that scene he actually ends up losing his hand?
In other
and
words, it's
then-
because Princess Mononoke at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so I think that it's possible that they had a lot more of the story already planned out, way during that time, and they just couldn't fit that stuff in to work into to Breath of the Wild, and so any of that stuff that they had during then could be seen in this game, because they had already figured that they're going to probably be making a part 2, you know, because they spent so much time on making the engine and everything for that new game.
I think we could have a whole podcast just on this sequel and what it could potentially be. Which you know, we might do a bonus episode. We were planning on doing it earlier this week, but schedules conflicted, and to be honest, I passed out on the couch at some point, and so that's my number 1 though.
Yeah, my number 1 too.
But no, I need it. Nintendo, thank you so much for giving it to us, because I did not think that we deserved it, but thank you. It's time. Give me more Zelda.
I know.
Last but not least about Zelda, Breath of the Wild 2, it's creepy. It's like a horror game, and I'm here for this.
Which, Zelda's always kind of had that little tiny bit of horror element in it. It always has. It's always had some creepy stuff in it. So I'm really happy they're giving more to it, honestly.
It looks like...
I'll never forget the characters in Ocarina of Time, those ones that are walking, and then when you go next to them, you hear that screaming noise.
Things. I forget what they were called. I hated those things.
I want to say I got really strong Twilight Princess vibes and Majora's Mask vibes from this trailer too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we could talk about this forever. Oh God, there's so much to talk about.
We're gonna stop. We're gonna stop right there. We're gonna.
That might be a whole lore dive.
That might be a topic for next week's episode. So we'll get there, I'm sure. But my number, what number are we on? 7?
7.
Gears 5. I'm always excited for a new Gears game, and there's not much to say about Gears 5 except for the escape mode looks cool, and the fact that you can make your own levels looks awesome. And I hope that there's 4-player co-op instead of just 2-player co-op.
3-player.
Nice.
It sounds like it's going to be 3.
It sounds like it's probably going to be 3. So
that was my number 4, Corey. Escape looks good. I'm kind of sad though that if it's not the open world that we was talking about, like we was hoping for, and they go back to level base, I hope they really come through with some like interesting weapons.
Yeah,
because that was one big problem with 4, that still your basic weapon you could use that through that the whole game, and it'll get you through.
Yeah, they just need to balance. They just need to balance the weapons. Yeah. Make it so all of them are useful and not just.
Well, what they need to do is give you cool weapons, but also like the Lancer and the shotgun are like the best weapons in the game. It feels like in single player at least. So I want to use the torque bow, but A, I get like 6 rounds every time I pick up the weapon, and B, it's not as effective as just shooting a guy with the Lancer or blowing him with the shotgun. So
yes.
Anyways, Ed, what's your number 7?
So my number 7 is Valkyries. This is a Rock Contra game that came on PC. This is a Contra game with like heavy metal, and it looks kind of like Metroid, but it's not. It got cool kind of weapons that you'll be able to use, and it's 2D. This is from the PC Gamer Show, and I was just like, I need all of this now.
Yeah, that game was so awesome.
I think it may come to Switch or at other platforms, but it's just PC for right now. It looks really, really good. Yes, it puts Contra, Rogue Squad, Taché, but this game looks really, really good. Ray, I don't know if you've seen it. Did you check it out?
I did check it out, and I like it.
Yeah. So, Valkyries is my number 7.
Nice. Jesse, what's
I had Doom. So 7 and 6 of mine have already been picked, so you can skip me. Next one, too.
Ray, what's your number 7?
Mine was Cyberpunk. So, yep.
Cool. All right, so back to me. All right. My number 6 is Ghost Recon Breakpoint. It actually made me re-download Wildlands to give it another go. I know they're probably going to be...
Did you get it on 1 or PS4?
1.
Okay.
I know that they're setting it up to be a little bit of a different game than Wildlands, it seems like. But,
a little bit.
Yeah. But I still want to get a feel for it and just play around in the Wildlands world and see if I can figure it out. But I can't wait for Breakpoint. I think it looks cool. So I don't really have much to say except that you get to fight the Punisher in his army of drone Punishers.
Which his talk about the game actually sold me on the game. Believe it
I
or
know,
not,
I
like
know.
I already liked the idea of the game, but him talking about it,
I know.
sold me on it.
How's come every
Yeah.
time he's in like a show or a movie, his head is like shaved or like has that military haircut?
Yeah.
Every time he gives an
'Cause
interview,
he's
it comes out.
Typecast. That's why.
No, but every time he gives like an interview or it's on the stage for something, it's like really long and has product in it and done
Maybe,
up.
I guess it's just
But-
that's how he
but-
looks as a human. Yeah,
But why was everybody more hyped about the dog at
because
the
it was
show?
a cute dog. He was such a good boy.
He was a good boy. Everybody was just hyping about the dog over the game.
The dog.
I mean, it's a dog. You put a dog anywhere that's well behaved, and everybody's freaking out.
I know.
Look, which is funny because Astro Chain got cats that you can find around the world and pet, and everybody's just like, "Yep, I'm buying Astro Chain now because it has cats." I
I'm
was
buying
just like,
Astro
"Dang."
for a lot of different reasons besides the cats. Let me tell you.
Yeah. It'd be better without the cats, in my opinion.
It has dogs.
Ed, what's your
I'm
number
also a dog
6?
fan.
My number 6 is Remnant from the Ashes. This is a game coming from Gunfire Games, the people who developed Darksiders 3. This is kind of like
They already have a
a
new game
mix
coming out?
of a mix of third person, and THQ is not publishing it.
Oh.
It's a mixture of third person and a Souls genre game. This is the one that me and you seen, Jesse. That was really
Yeah,
interesting.
it's my number 3.
It was playable at Xbox Fan Fest. They was able Xbox Drive. Sean Capri and his crew, they were able to play it there. And they said it's really, really good.
This is definitely a Corey game.
Is it?
It's like Gears of War. Like in some ways.
Corey, we would like this, Corey. We would get down in this.
Yeah.
It's like Monster Hunter. It's like all those kind of games all into one. Like you've got big creatures that you're like taking down, and
Yes.
like you're shooting like different parts of their limbs and stuff to try to,
Alright, you
there's
sold me. I'm
it
good.
looks amazing. It
Yeah,
looks
it's
so
gonna
amazing.
Did you play what was the weird zombie game with all the waves recently
Left
that came
4
out?
Dead.
Not Left 4 Dead, but the other one.
Dying Light.
Dying-
The
no.
one that's out now.
Yeah, it's a first-person shooter.
It's based off the movie.
Yes.
World War Z.
War Z. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
think stuff kind of like that too, but like I don't know, like it looks good.
Big monsters and
Big
crap.
old
Like they're
monsters, yeah.
massive.
So
Yeah,
like
I'm
Monster Hunter kind
I
of.
think me and you, Jesse, are getting it for one. I don't know about
Oh
you.
yeah,
Brad.
It's
Picking
the
it
day
up.
one. It's
Yeah,
the day
I'm
one.
picking it
Look,
up.
if it's not
I'll play a game when my friends are. Yeah.
look, if it's not a Sony exclusive, I'll be playing it on one. So
I'm kind of in that camp. If it's not a Sony exclusive and I can't get it on Switch and it
Nope.
looks good, I'm not gonna buy it on PlayStation 4.
Yeah, it's drop in, drop out, co-op. And I think they talked about crossplay and cross save. I don't know yet. I'll have to look it back up, but that would be more worth of sale to some people if they include that. So yeah, number 6 is Remnant from the Ashes.
nice.
Yeah,
Jesse,
that was that. Yeah, that I had Cyberpunk. So
Yeah.
for 6.
Okay,
Ray 6.
Pokemon Sword and Shield.
nice.
I can't wait for this Pokemon game. It's the first Pokemon game I've been excited about since Yep,
Yep.
I'm excited about this.
I
was
could tell you the last time I was excited for Pokemon was Gold and Silver. So
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself legitimately, when was the last time I was really excited about a Pokemon game? And I honestly couldn't tell you. So I'm not gonna lie to you. So this one I'm excited about.
Okay.
Yeah, I always been
Pokemon
excited
Snap
for
for me.
Pokemon.
I've been excited about them, but like I'm like legitimately like hyped to play this
Excited.
game. I want
Yeah.
because and not to mention it's on the Switch,
yeah.
which is that's just a
Yeah.
whole that makes it special to me too. Because the Switch is such a special machine to me, so I'm really excited about it. I want to learn more about this region, more about the Pokemon from the region,
Yeah.
and show me what Grookey evolves into. You cowards! That's all I want to see.
I have to
so-
wait. I have
The
to wait.
Dynamaxing or whatever it's called.
Dynamaxing looks awesome
Yes.
because it looks like a
Yeah,
spectacular
it's awesome.
sport, like Pokemon Battle should be. Yes,
Yeah.
I want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So is that it? Does anybody else have
Yep.
anything to say about Pokemon? Okay. My number 5, not much to say about this, was Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. I love Final Fantasy VIII. And yeah, that's all I really had to say. I think it looks great. I think it looks like the best PS2 version they could possibly put out.
Dang. Yes.
That's about it, though. And what's your number 5?
Number 5 for me is Telling Lies. This is another game that was at the PC Gaming show.
Man, Ed really liked this PC gaming show. Maybe you should get a PC.
It was good.
It was really
You
good.
might as well be
They
a
were all
PC game.
console. They were all consoles though. All console games.
Telling Lies is from the maker of Her Story, a game that's a FMV that a lot of people really like, and it won some awards I think last year at the Game Awards. And I've watched it and listened to some of the music, and it's really really good. So I'm interested in seeing what the story is. It's about a man and his involvement with all of these women. A person stole this chip from the government and uploaded it, and it's trying to figure out the story about this like with this man and all of these other women, and who's telling the truth and who's lying about this conspiracy that has come about. So it looks really good. I'm really interested, and hopefully it does come to Switch. And I hope Her Story comes to Switch. I want to play that like on console. But just seeing it, I'm just like, I like detective games, stuff like that. So I'm into Telling Lies. But that was my number 5.
Nice. Jesse?
Yeah, mine was Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yes.
That's
Nice.
my
So
number. Luigi's Mansion is
so
my number
excited.
2. Yes, I can't wait.
I'm
for
so
Luigi's
excited.
Mansion 3. It's one of my
Yeah,
favorite
me
Nintendo
too.
games. Period. Like I love that series. It's so much fun.
Yeah,
It's my number
yeah.
2.
I didn't have
for me, it's my number 2. Like, it's my first party. My favorite is Pikmin, and then it's Luigi's Mansion, and then Mario's stuff usually.
I didn't put it on my list. I didn't put it on my list because it's a must buy. Like I've already made it, so that's why I didn't put it on my list. Like
I can understand that.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Luigi's
Luigi's
Mansion.
Mansion 3 looks so good.
It looks
Yeah.
good.
And plus,
Yeah.
that's the time for Luigi to shine. So yes,
And I-
go
and
Luigi,
I wanna-
go Luigi.
I want a Gooigi amiibo.
Amiibo. Yeah, I do too.
You know we're gonna get one. And
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
No,
and
it's
it's
gotta-
gotta be. You gotta be able to see through it.
No, it's got to be made out of that
Transparent.
material that the Metroid from the Samus Return set is made out of. It's got to be made out of that squishy material.
So good though. Yes, he has to be squishy like
Flubber.
this. He really
Yeah.
does. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Just
I
saying.
love it.
So,
Please do. You're right. So yeah, that's my number 2.
yeah, that's my number 2 also. So, Ray, what's your number 5?
Number 5, y'all ain't gonna like this. Marvel's Avengers. I am excited about this game. Everybody's like, it doesn't look like the movie. Oh no, it looks like Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and I loved Earth's Mightiest Heroes. It was so good.
That was the
The cartoon.
animated. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the animated. It looks like, and I love that show so much. I'm like, y'all realize there's more than just the MCU. Yes, the MCU is incredible. It's so good, but Earth's Mightiest Heroes was literally one of the best cartoons I've ever seen. Like, it's so good. And this looks like that, and it has one of the best voice casts you can get in a video game, straight up. I saw the leaked footage that was illegally taken, and it looks like something that I'm definitely going to get down and love to play. Especially with how they've described what it's supposed to be. The teams that are making this game are massive, and they care about this game a lot. So I'm looking forward to it.
It's a wait and see approach for me. I didn't have a problem, just like you, Ray. I didn't have a problem with the character designs.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
think they need
People were
to
dunking
differ-
on that. I'm like, that's so shallow.
Look,
Look
they need-
beyond that.
they needed
Yeah.
they needed to differentiate themselves from the MCU somehow.
They
right?
did.
And that's,
Because like they
Yeah.
would never live up to it if they did try to just do the MCU. They would never live up to it.
like even what they showed of Ant-Man at the end of the trailer or whatever. It's Hank Pym. It's not.
Yep. It's not
Lang.
Scott.
So
Exactly, which it shouldn't be. So I'm thankful that they're taking their own approach to this, because Marvel Spider-Man did the same thing, did their own thing, and it's incredible. I love that game so much.
Which
And nobody can live
Spider-Man
off
told
Peter
us.
Parker, and I look
Spider-Man
like the
told
little
us
kid.
where the Avengers were anyway in that game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He did.
and I'm happy that they did announce it for 2020.
Me too.
Because I'm just like, it's good that we're getting Ultimate Alliance next month,
I
and
can't
then
wait.
And then with time passed, when that game with not people forget it, but all the DLC and stuff has came out, people got played it. And then this Marvel game, I think it's going to be very polished. And I like Crystal Dynamics, and if it feels like Tomb Raider and it's fun and it's a
By
good
the way,
story game, I'm all for it.
Speaking of Tomb Raider, the Black Widow's running animation is lifted straight out of Tomb Raider. By the way,
It's exactly Laura.
I know it is.
Exactly. Like most of her basic movements are Laura. Like if you look at it, it's just Laura.
Yeah. So, all right, we're quickly running out of time here, so I'm gonna go to my number 4 is Gods and Monsters. Didn't see much of it, but I love Assassin's Creed Odyssey and I love Breath of the Wild, so the game seems like it's written for me and it's coming to Switch, so even better.
Yes. For me, number 4 was Gears 5. Just need to see more. Very interested to play it. Jesse?
For me, Halo. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Ray?
Destroy all humans. Gotta have it. Need it. I love that game growing up. That series is one of my favorite. It's weird. It's wonky. It's aliens killing people, and I love that.
Can I ask you something? Who's publishing it?
isn't it THQ?
I think it's THQ. Yeah.
THQ.
Okay.
They retain the rights to that. Yeah.
It's a remaster, right?
It's a remake.
It's a remake of the
remake.
first game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which
Alright.
in the like I told you, Ray, the trailer
The
for that
Rammstein
was
trailer
great
was
with
awesome.
Rammstein.
Did you watch
where
the
they're singing.
gameplay for this, by the way, Jesse?
No,
I didn't.
I haven't gotten.
I haven't.
It looks so good. It looks
Yeah,
so
It looks
good.
way better than it even should.
Exactly. It looks.
I'm so excited
I
for
can't
this.
wait.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to.
I'm so excited for
I'm
it.
gonna have to look at it because I thought it was someone put it as a remaster, but you guys are saying it's a remake, so I gotta
remake.
look it up.
Yeah.
THQ's labeling as a remake, so
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, it looks like they had to build it from the ground up. There was nothing they could use from the previous
Yeah.
game. And I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they just, based on the current political climate, they had to adjust some of the story. So I'm sure.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
all right, so my number 3 and 2 have already been mentioned. Halo Infinite is my number 3, and Luigi's Mansion is my number 2. So, Ed, we're going to move on to you.
My number 3 is Bleeding Edge by Ninja Theory. Crazy action, combat from DMC Devil May Cry. I'm all for this. I want to do the 4 Melee. I want to compete against other people and see how their action style skills are. Like, of course, and plus it's like I said, it's Ninja Theory. I'm always going to support them 100%. They just do too much good work to complain about their products.
A lot of people said what they played the demo or whatever at E3. They said it's really a really solid 4v4 game that even like they said people who enjoy Overwatch should not ignore this game. So
that's what made me like look at it again, because the first time I heard about it, I was like, okay, I don't care about that. That looks like nothing I'm interested in. But then people were like, it plays like a Melee Overwatch, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and this
Game
might be
Pass.
one of the first.
And
this
Game
might
Pass.
this might be one of the first like fighting games that I truly like really get into, because like I mean I used to love fighting games when I was younger, but I'm not good at them anymore. I don't play them really, so but this one I could actually see me getting into, so
Yes.
and yeah, my 3 and 4 were 3 and 2 were both taken. I also had Remnant for number 3. I had the Remnant from the Ashes because that game just looks amazing. And 2 was Gears 5. So
nice.
Okay.
Ray?
Mine is, and we're on number 3.
Yeah.
yeah,
Control. Control is my number 3.
Nice.
I didn't put that on my list because it's I'm buying that game already.
I need this game. I need this game. I want this
Yeah.
game.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
for Control.
Gotta have this game.
Just seeing that from last year, I was just like, "Oh, this is a day one purchase."
The
Like,
thing,
no
so
doubt.
I was already keen on this game, wanted it, but
Mhm.
somebody said that it's like the spiritual successor to Psyops, and
Yeah.
instantly was like, nope, I need that game, because Psyops was one of my favorite games as a kid. Even though I probably shouldn't have played that game as a kid, definitely did.
Yeah, and everybody, if you got Game Informer, go look up their coverage. They break down everything. They did a really good job for it.
Ray, you want to go ahead and say your number 2 since we all
Oh,
kinda...
my number 2 was
I-
Luigi's Mansion. So
Oh, yeah,
oh,
okay.
already taken. Yeah.
And my number 2 is Daemon X Machina. Improvement from the demo.
Big
Yeah, it
improvement.
looks
Ed.
big.
Big
improvement.
improvement.
Yeah. I'm still can't wait to customize. I can't wait to get my my Malay sword. Like this game is just gonna be everything and more to me. Like I just need. And my number one.
It's gonna get me through until we get that Gundam game we all deserve.
Yes, and my number one was already said Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah,
so,
Breath of the Wild.
That
2
is my list.
That's my number one also. So Jesse, what's your number one?
So, my number one is actually the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh,
Like,
wow. Can I? Jesse, before you go, can I say I thought one of them would be Rainbow Six Quarantine?
The
I thought that would
Quarantine?
be on the list.
I wanted to put that on there, but there's just so many other games. Like that's the thing, is there's so many games that are really good that I just couldn't put it on there.
I completely ignored Quarantine. Didn't even know it was an actual like thing. Like I saw it, but didn't
I thought
process
it was an expansion for Siege.
I thought it was an expansion.
No,
for
Yeah.
Game
no,
events.
it's an actual
It's a
new
new
game.
game.
Well, they didn't do a good job of explaining that it was a whole new game.
I
At
know.
least to me.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a whole new game till like Thursday. I thought.
Well,
it
I
was,
the lady-
realized it now.
Yeah, after they announced it, the lady came out and she said it was a new game in the team. Because they made a new team in order to make Quarantine.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying it's that game, that Pioneer game, they turned into this.
Mhm.
So
Interesting.
uh,
All right. Well, my number
Yeah.
one. If we're ready to move on.
yeah, we are.
I was just gonna say with
We are.
Star Wars, like I'm just looking forward to like a little bit more complex. Like it seems like it's gonna be a little bit more about the story, and everything you're doing has more meaning to it versus just attacking a whole bunch of
Yeah.
things, and
Yeah.
like it's gonna be
You're right.
more focused. So
That's the
like
word.
I'm really looking forward to like really being immersed in the story, and like not just feel like it's just swiping a whole bunch of characters and beating everything up in it, and just kind of, like everything seems calculated and a little bit slower moving because it's like more focused. So
Yeah.
Yep, I'm ready to play a good Star Wars game too. Yeah.
Well, Ray, what is your number one? And sorry, everybody, I apologize. I do have to go after this. So, Ray,
That's
what's
fine.
your
We're gonna wrap
Nope.
after this anyway.
The number one I have on my list is Astral Chain. Astral Chain.
nice.
It impressed the heck out of me. I watched the extended gameplay they had at the Treehouse, and it looks incredible. I cannot
Yeah.
wait to play this game. The world looks like crazy sci-fi
that
and
game
weird
looks way
and
better
anime.
than it did when they debuted it too. I think.
It did, and it's just they had so much more to say about it. So that gave me confidence in this game. I want it real bad.
and Nintendo
Yeah.
came to Platinum to make that game.
Mhm, exactly.
Oh.
So
And 9 times out of 10, a game like that I'm usually not interested in. But this game, in that first time we seen it, had me hooked like instantly. I was impressed with it.
I'm ready.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's our top 10 for E3. Of course, my number one was Breath of the Wild 2, title pending. So we'll talk about that more. I know we are pretty much out of time, so I want to thank everybody for watching. You can find us on the internet at The NX Show on Instagram and Twitter. You can also join our Facebook group. Like us on Facebook. Join our live streams on twitch.tv/The NX Show. Join us on the NX Project on YouTube, youtube.com/The NX Project. Yeah, I think that's it. We're just gonna get out of here. We're out of time. So stay tuned next week for some extra thoughts and some more news and whatever else we want to talk about. So I want to thank everybody for watching the NX Show, and until next week, we love you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Woohoo! Goodbye.